Hi, I'm Jennifer and I've been an Usborne partner for 2 years now. One thing that I love is getting out to markets and stalls, so I'm going to talk a bit about that today. I tend to find them on Facebook groups locally or nationally where people advertise them, whether it be farmers markets, summer stalls, or in the lead up to Christmas. I think it's really important you think about how your table looks. Um, Once you've set up, take a step back, walk past it, and see what catches your eye or what maybe doesn't, and tweak it from there. I think it's really important that you use height. So before I got my stands and actually still, I use boxes just with wrapping paper over them just so that I can put books on top of them. I think if you lay books flat on the table, it makes it really difficult to see and people aren't as attracted to it. So think about how you set them up. I've got a couple of these as well. I know there's lots of other ways to show off the books, so just think about it. I like to group my books together so that they're in kind of age groups so that it's easier for customers to browse and I can direct them, say this is my baby and to toddler, here's the activity books, fiction, non-fiction for older ones. I think that helps because it means they can just be in one place and have a look through. When it comes to drawing people's attention, I always stand up. I don't ever sit down. I think it's really important you're quite present when you're on a stall and you're smiling and you're engaging and you say hello to people as they walk past. They might not stop and that's okay, or it might make them stop by you saying, hi, how are you? Having a nice day. And when they're having a look, I always ask, especially if they've not got a child with them, is there an age you'd be looking to shop for today? I might be able to help direct you, because I think sometimes if it's a gran or auntie, they don't always quite know what stage somebody's at, so it's helpful that you can give them that information. I also always make sure that I say to them, feel free to pick up the books, have a flick through them, because I think some people don't feel confident to do that. So um, while I say that, I always pick up a book, flick through it, and I always make sure that I talk about them as I show them. So I say, there's the finger trails, there's the touchy-feely bits, the cutouts, and flick through it. And do that with a few books so that then they feel confident to have a look themselves. Especially with the lights and sounds books, I always make sure that they're handy so that I can grab them and just show off how amazing our books really are. So I think once you show them the book, they're always like, oh, that's gorgeous, and they're more likely to buy it. If someone asks me a price of a book, I'll kind of tell them a rough guide of the table. So for example, all our lights and sound books are £12.99, and then we've got our playbooks and we've got these look insides, etc. Just to show that there's a different price point that might suit them depending on what they're buying the book for. I always make sure that I've got my wind up at the front of the table, whether it's the pullback or the fire engine one's always good because you can press the noise on it, because that draws attention not only from children but adults love them as well. So I know they're a higher price point, but I sell them at every stall that I do, so they're definitely worth having a couple on your stall for that reason. Plus, the child can play with it while the adult browses, and I always reassure parents, oh no, it's fine. If they say not to touch it, I say that's why it's out. Give you a bit of peace while you have a look. The other thing is magic painting, which sells really well. I always have a completed magic painting sheet with me so that I can show them, or the child, because they don't always necessarily understand it. You can see this is how it comes up and they're always like, oh wow. So I think one of the main things really is you've got to engage. Ask questions. Oh, is there anything they like? Have they got any interests? What kind of books are they reading at the moment? Or are they interested in animals, dinosaurs? And then you can show them what you've got as an example rather than having to rifle through sometimes. So yeah, my top tips are think about how your stall looks and make sure you're engaging. Don't just be sitting down, always chatty, and show off the amazing books that we've got, because I think they sell themselves, we just need to show them off. So I hope that's been helpful. Thanks.